All right, guys. Today, we're putting harnesses in this thing. So this is my noisy wife. But this is my 3UZ BRZ. So it's a 2013 BRZ. It has a Toyota Lexus V8 out of a LS430 or something. So it's a 4.3 liter V8 CD09 transmission, and it's on a Haltech 2500 Elite. Now, I put in these race buckets. They're a set of Prismas, and you can't run the factory belts unless you buy these super expensive harnesses, things like seat adapters down below. I didn't want to do that, so we're kind of makeshifting for the time being a set of harnesses. I bought a harness bar. It was super junky. I didn't like it, and I'm not spending $500 on a harness bar when it's like $1,200 to get a cage for this thing, and I plan on caging it, so that would be ridiculous. So we have this piece of angle iron over here. We're going to bolt it across the dashboard in the back, and that's going to hold our harnesses for the time being until we get this thing caged, which hopefully will be in the next year or so. So we won't go to too many events like this. But yeah, so let's get started. All right, so this is how it's going to go. It's going to have a bolt here, or an eyelet here, and an eyelet here, and then same on the other side. And then we'll have 4 bolts, or 3 bolts here in the middle, holding the middle. And then we're going to mark and drill out the 2 factory holes here. So we'll have 2 bolts there as well. And that should be plenty strong dispersing the load. We're also using big fender washers on the back to help disperse the load. And I think it'll be plenty safe. What we're going to do for now is we're going to get this one started. We're going to drill this hole, get this one started, and then we'll punch the rest of the holes and go from there. Okay, so that was our last eyelet. We got to figure out these holes here. I don't exactly know what height they're supposed to be at. That thing's super solid. All these have fender washers. They also have lock nuts. And so, I mean, honestly, that might be strong enough. I don't really know. All right, I got these 2 guys tight. I just tightened all those with the impact. We're gonna finish up over here. I'm just getting a 16 or a 17 back up in here, and then turning these the correct direction. Try to really get these tight, and then turn them up like that. Okay, give me a better screwdriver.
What's up, fools? Halfway through the video, and I'm here to help and shoot video. Probably not help much, but shoot video anyways, to ask questions and things like that. I'm going to do a quick recap of what Ronnie's done and where he's going, what he's going to do. So he's over there talking to Will on the phone. Anyways.
That was my plan.
Ronnie's over there talking about his plan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Well,
it's done.
I'm standing right here. Of course I can hear you.
We got it all finished.
All right, so let's see where you're at and
Okay.
what you've done. Explain to us the whole,
Let me go to this side.
trigonometry of the of
Is
the
there
event.
triangles here, or is this
don't
just
know.
geometry?
Let's see.
So we have harnesses in, and they're hooked to our little eyelets back there. Looking pretty good. Let me move this stuff real quick. The one thing that's a little jank. So this belt goes to where the factory seat belt was. This lap belt. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
This one I have going to the seat mount, and it wraps like around the slider.
Let me come around there.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. You might need
You're
a light.
little weird.
I'll flashlight you.
Let's see here.
So you see how that is?
Kinda. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's all black.
Okay. And that's okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's okay for me.
It is under the rail.
Yeah,
All right.
and goes around it,
Okay.
which probably isn't ideal, but it does work and it does get tight.
Okay.
So there's nowhere else to put it. So that's like a major problem with this stupid chassis is there's no like inner buckle position or anything. It's mounted to the seat, which is really stupid, like Subaru. So you have to get creative. I don't want to drill a hole. I don't want to deal with all that stuff right now. So I'm not. And so that's what we did. And it works. The thing is, as you slide the seat, it makes that strap get shorter because it's pushing it back with the seat.
That makes sense.
But yeah, anyways, so this is where we're at. The shoulder harnesses, we need to adjust. So Bo's gonna have to sit in here, get the seat into a comfortable position, buckle himself in, and then I'm gonna tighten those two in the back. And that's our harness install. Another thing. These are like the cam lock style buckles. And
It is a 5-point harness?
yeah, but we're
Okay.
only using 4 for now.
Oh, okay.
We might do the 5th one later.
No
I don't
crotch strap yet?
know. Right.
All right.
So if you want to come look at this thing.
Let's come look at this thing.
So it's this, right? And it goes like so.
Yep.
Shoulder, shoulder, and then groin and other lap belt, and you twist it to undo it. On the other side, it's like this. And so I don't know if my points are in the correct place. So we got to check that. Because I wanted both of these to be out of the car like this, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So that's where we're at. That's something we got to check. And then, yeah, whatever else. Also, I got these on Amazon and they just say sport on them, but supposedly they're SFI certified.
Okay.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's go ahead and get Bo in here, and I'm gonna mess with the back straps. I can show you guys how to do that. I'll bring that with me. And yeah, you can get in here.
Yep.
All right. Bo is in the seat, and now we're gonna do some tightening. And the way you do that is this kind of pulls up, and then pull through there. You're gonna slide this guy down, and then just pull.
That's probably good right there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about people riding in here being a little bit bigger than me, then that's probably good.
Okay. So Bo says right here. So we'll stop right there. Okay, how's that? Check that one?
Yeah.
Still good, like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let it loose.
Oh.
You need to be half size to be back here. Okay, that one's good. More? Or does that seem good on the other side? Okay.
A little more. That's good. That's about even right there.
Okay. How's that?
That's good.
Good. Okay. All right, double check.
Yep.
Good. So there we go. Let's see what bow looks like.
Looks good. Feels good. And they should be able to tighten them if they're smaller than me, and they should be able to loosen them a pretty good bit if they're bigger than me. Yeah, this is nice.
This could be a little tighter.
What's that?
I said they could be a little tighter, but probably your belly, because that's coming way up on your belly.
Oh yeah, it is a little high.
So I would say the center needs to be tighter.
So the passenger seat's done. Now we need a driver's seat. We need a driver's seat. Not a driver's seat on the floor though.
It's a Bluetooth driver's seat. You drive from here. It's like a sim rig.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Interesting strategy.
So the car just went to the dyno last week, and we were running into some fueling problems. So we're changing the fuel system. That's why this seat's out. That's why we're not doing this harness yet, and why we only did the passenger side. So we have a radium drop-in fuel pump thing, and we're putting in a Whirlpool 450, and we're going to a regulated fuel system. You can see up here the pressure regulator. So we're converting to all of this stuff because we couldn't get the factory stuff to seem to work right. It would work okay, and then it would start to lose fuel pressure. So we could only do like 3, maybe 4 pulls, and then we'd start losing fuel pressure.
Oh, right on.
And this should hopefully solve all that.
Nice.
That's the plan.
But that's another video.
Yeah.
We're just we're not putting the driver's seat yet.
No.
It'll be in there very soon once we get the fuel system squared away. And yeah.
We'll put the interior all back together. I gotta remove this seat belt, which is back here. We gotta get to it. It's 2 bolts, a 14 and a 10. And then put this back, and get the fuel pump done. Then we can put the seat back in. And this does go up and down, the rear of the seat still.
Oh, the back seat?
It doesn't latch. I've been thinking about maybe putting the latches in, but I'm not sure yet.
I mean, you don't think it's gonna like flop around and stuff, do you?
I don't think like it'll be down most of the time. I don't know why I'd ever want to put it up, but
the seat back right there.
you never know.
Yeah. So, and you have more to do to your harness bar, right? Just like a few more bolts or
Yeah,
something?
I want to do so. The factory hooks for the seat bolt here. So there's 2 bolt points on each side, and so I just kind of want to drill those out and put those bolts in. I think.
Oh, okay. You can kind of see it all through here. The eyelets and whatnot.
Yeah. I would have loved to have done some bolts up top.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can get to them.
Yeah.
And then there's no way to drill either because the glass is there. So just to make it even a little bit stronger.
Time to take the glass out, put in some Lexan.
No.
It's a race car.
Stop it. Stop it. We're not there.
On.
We're not there yet.
Well, we're going to go do some RC stuff. Check this out.
This is going to be funny.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Anyway, we're going to go do some RC stuff.
Let's do RC stuff.
Yep. We'll see y'all later.
Later, guys.